There's a lady in a dirty nightgown that I see in my dreams.
Well, it's not me. I sleep au naturel. What?
Nothing. Hello! I am Robert.
And I am Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Robert.
Tonight we're going to be discussing The Conjuring from 2013, directed by James Wan.
Based on a true story, Roger and Carolyn Perrin moved with their 5 daughters to a new beautiful house in Rhode Island, living the dream. What could go wrong? Of course, a lot, because the house is haunted. Kind of the typical stuff. Things fall off the walls, doors open and close. Did I mention a vengeful witch? No witch jokes, please. Desperate for help, they turned to famed demonologist Ed and Lorraine Warren. And fun fact, the actors who played Ed and Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, met the actual Lorraine Warren before filming.
But not Ed.
No, sadly not Ed.
Because he was deceased by then.
I'd like to think he'd enjoy the film.
Perhaps he's been hanging around the set in the afterlife. I don't know.
Perhaps.
You know, talk about star power. I mean, Vera Farmiga is hot.
And talented.
Well, I mean, hot. You know, she's a hot actress right now.
Yes.
Because she's so talented. And Patrick Wilson, I believe, is the answer to everyone's question.
Yes.
And that question is, who's your daddy? He was in Aquaman.
And Insidious. He is no stranger to horror.
And James Wan just loves the guy. He puts him in all his horror movies. Lily Taylor's in this, too. She's the mom, right?
Yes, Carolyn.
And Ron Livingston is in it. He was in Office Space.
Was he?
Yeah, sure. Great cast.
Yeah.
You didn't use the word allegedly, though. I mean, when you're describing The Haunting.
I said based on a true story.
Well, allegedly true. I mean, I'm not sure. We don't have any first-hand experience.
Well, the Warrens did write a book.
Oh,
They wrote several books.
It's got to be true in that
Exactly.
case. It's just got to be.
In fact, several of the Perrin family have actually written books about it, and I do believe one of the daughters helped with the film and said they had to tone things down because what happened in real life you couldn't put on film.
That's amazing, because this film is rated R.
Indeed.
There is no nudity. I don't even think there's any profanity in the movie either.
No.
So it's really just based R. It's rated R based on the horror. The scariness of every scene is enough to throw it over the PG-13 hurdle into the R territory, which I want to tell all of our regular viewers, there is no bosom alert in this film.
And that is quite rare of a horror film to be very engaging and have no gore, no blood, and no nudity. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, I don't think there's any of that in the Conjuring films. By the way, this is the first film in what they call the Conjuring universe.
Not in the universe, in the Conjuring timeline, because Annabelle came before, if I remember correctly.
No, but this one was produced first, and Annabelle's kind of a flashback, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Annabelle does make an appearance.
So what are the movies? I'll do the easy ones.
Okay.
Conjuring 1.
Yes.
Conjuring 2.
Yes.
Conjuring 3.
Yes. Then you have Annabelle.
Right.
Then there is The Curse of La Llorona.
Oh, you said that very well. You're Spanish.
No, but I do speak French. They're kind of similar.
Oui. No, the one, she wears black and white.
The Nun.
The Nun.
Who may or may not make an appearance in a later Conjuring film.
Well, we're not reviewing The Nun,
No.
but it's probably everybody's least favorite of the whole series, I think. But Conjuring,
Yes.
is my favorite.
A
of the
great
whole series.
foundation. The whole universe.
I think it's probably the scariest of the whole timeline, as you say.
You know when all the sounds stop? That's when you cover your eyes because something scary is going to happen.
This is a wildly successful movie.
Indeed.
41 million in its opening weekend.
Isn't that one of the top 3 most grossing horror films in their opening weekend?
It certainly was at the time that this came out. I
Yes.
don't know if the record has been broken, but this was third place. I don't recall who the first two are, but that's a real claim to fame. But 41 million in your first weekend.
That's pretty good.
That's good. Now, I don't recall their names. They don't have a lot of credits, but there are 5 daughters.
Yes, indeed.
Which, let me tell you, that's a lot of daughters.
Yeah. And Mom's stuck at home with most of them.
Yeah. But there's two that are, I guess, closest in age. They kind of share a room, and they have a lot of scenes in the movie.
Yes.
And, I mean, all the kids were good, but those 2 girls, the child actresses that portrayed them, really outstanding. They did a great job.
Yes, absolutely. I was scared for them.
The one girl is catching most of the heat from whatever ghostly goings on are happening in the house, and I hope this didn't scar her for life.
Hope not.
Because it's I don't know, how old do you think she was?
Gosh, couldn't have been
10, 11, something like that.
Easily.
Yeah.
Family counseling in their future.
Seeing things in her room and all kinds of stuff. But they were great. They were really good. And very believable, and it really added to the terror.
Absolutely.
My terror.
Mine as well.
I don't know about yours, but I know about mine. I was terrified.
I was petrified. I couldn't watch. Watch through my hand. You know when all the sounds stop? That's when you cover your eyes, because something scary's gonna happen.
Stop farting on me!
I'm not! Stop breathing on me, Christine!
I'm not even facing you!
Are you trying to poke me?
Yeah, I'm trying to stick my finger in your belly button.
That's not my belly button!
It's not my finger either.
And an interesting fact, this story takes place in 1973. And despite some small inaccuracies historically, there's really no big goofs in this film.
Quite
impressive.
I do like to look for goofs.
Yes.
But there was nothing here that I even noticed. But if you look online and you see people say, well, that kind of clock wasn't made until 1975.
But nothing to take you out of it.
That's not going to take me out of it. No. I mean, if somebody had whipped out a cell phone,
right,
maybe I would take offense to that. But overall, all the Conjuring movies, because we will be reviewing the other 2, they all did a very good job with continuity and keeping things accurate, I think.
Yes, I agree. And I was grateful for that, because there's nothing more distracting than something historically inaccurate in a period piece.
Like a cell phone.
Indeed.
In 1972. 3. Or either one. Lines from the movie.
Want to play a game of hide and clap?
That sounds like a game I used to play in the 70s on 42nd Street.
I don't think I know that one.
No, you wouldn't.
Don't think I want to. Do you remember the thing you said on our wedding night?
I wish!
Stop farting, it really stinks.
Okay, but that's also a line from the movie.
That's why I was saying it. I wasn't lying.
Never mind. We must give this a pumpkin rating.
Yes.
Between 1 and 5 pumpkins. What do you think this movie deserves? 5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
This has to be one of my favorite horror films. I would say at least a 4.
I was thinking of 4 also. It may not be perfect.
No.
But it's damn good. So we give The Conjuring, the first Conjuring,
yes,
4 pumpkins.